So, welcome to Brawls, session 3. Oh, just need to do like this. All right. Last session, you quite easily returned the flower from the Rift of Unmaking to your Monster Hunter, which is also your contact person. And he told you that you also needed to gain trust in the town of Ashvale to become full-fledged members of the Ashborn Unchained. So he sent you on your way to help the innkeeper with some rats, which you dealt with quite easily. And now you're on your way to retrieve some lost goods for the local blacksmith. And on your way there, you needed to stop and make camp. And Saoirse, while you were standing guard over your fellow comrades who were sleeping quite nicely, you heard a noise in the shadows. And then you heard a wolf howl. And you went to investigate the sound, but you didn't find anything. And as you return to camp, you can hear the fire crackle, and the rest of your team starts to wake up from their slumber.
Hey guys, good morning!
Good morning.
Good morning! Just so you're aware, there's a wolf.
Again?
Yeah.
Is it a wolf or a wolf man person thing?
I don't know, I didn't see anything, but I heard them. It was a bit too far away, I suppose, but it was close enough to hear. But so either it's a wolf pack, who's just normal, hunting prey, bad idea, or it's the wolf man.
How far away did he sound? He, it, they, them.
Unknown.
No idea. I couldn't see them. I checked with magic too, didn't notice anything. Just not that I noticed where they were, at least.
Fantastic. Vassith, do you want to yell and see if you can get in touch with this guy again?
I'm not sure that's a wise idea.
I mean, you scared him last time.
It might attract silent predators that are not wolves.
I guess you have a point. Dio's just going to lie back down and wait for breakfast.
I start cooking badly.
So you're the group chat.
For now, I am making some very dry eggs.
All right.
Depends on how people feel about it.
We'll see when we taste it.
Eggs be dry?
How do you make
what
dry
can I
eggs?
say? I am talented at cooking.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, guys, look, I did so good. I've never seen eggs this dry. I love dry eggs.
I've never seen eggs this dry, but like in the worst possible way.
I don't like moist food, so I like to dry it as much as possible.
Alright.
Okay, duly noted.
No soup.
Well, it's a new day, and you're not too far away from Scorchtail Hollow, where the goods were reported stolen from a group of bandits. And as you sit around the campfire and discuss the eggs among yourself, you can see a human figure walking towards you.
I immediately stand up.
All right.
I immediately hide behind Saoirse.
I'm eating my egg.
He doesn't look threatening. He, if anything, he looks quite weathered.
Oh, okay. Can you give a description of this man, like clothes-wise?
It's a human. It's a male in his in the start of his 30s. The clothes he's wearing looks rough. They look dirty and torn. And he looks quite shaken. And as soon as he notices you, because he looks a little bit scared and in his own world, so he doesn't necessarily have that high perception at this moment. So he notices you a little bit later than you see him.
All right, but the vibe we're getting from this guy is he needs help.
Yes.
Can we make an insight or a perception to see if this is a setup of sorts? Seeing that, as we know, there are ambushes and stuff in the area.
Yes, you can do a perception. I always mix those two.
When he notices the group, Vassith is probably aiming his blowgun in his direction.
All right. What did he roll, Dio?
15.
50. Doesn't look like there's an ambush waiting to happen.
Okay.
And as soon as you raises your blowgun at him, Vassith, he kind of stops in his tracks and holds up his hands and says to you, Please, I mean no harm. Do you have any food? I haven't eaten in days.
Oh my god, I made so much eggs. For some reason, I feel like I made too much, because not a lot, there's still a lot left, so...
Yeah, for some reason, nobody had very much of the eggs. Please have some of the eggs. We're not taking them with us.
He rushes over and he starts... are they scrambled or just plain cooked eggs?
They're scrambled, I would say.
Yeah. He starts to use his hand as a spoon and shoves it down. You get a sense that he hasn't eaten in days. He's hungry. And as soon as there's mention of food, the fright he has for you, Vassith, just disappears. It's all he can think about is food.
Yeah, I'm still aiming at him. Not putting it up to my mouth, but I'm still aiming at his direction, giving a sort of a puzzled look at Ilos.
Well, he scoops in some food and says, "Oh, thank you. You're not from Ashvale, are you?"
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Not
good.
born and raised, but yeah, we are from there. Yes.
Ah, that's good. Do you think it's safe to travel there now?
I mean, we didn't encounter anything particular on the road.
Except for the wolf.
What, wolf?
Josephine, when there was a person coming, she immediately wears her cloak and she's kind of looking very anonymous, and she's just sitting oh yeah, there were a wolf, right, Saoirse?
Yeah, a wolf. Well, we didn't see it, we just heard it, but it was during the night, so I'm not sure. Do wolves sleep during the day? I know nothing about wolves, to be honest, but I didn't see any. or what direction it came from, but we have met nothing while we traveled.
Oh, that's good because I just came from Scorchdale Hallow, and I was ambushed there
Really?
by a group of orcs, and they had some strange-looking dogs of some sort, kind of looked like a small dragon.
I'm sorry, they had small dragons.
Yes, and they took me prisoner, and I have sketched out a small map of the area, which he hands you.
How small? Like
Well, the drakes?
tiny house, dwarf, human. Like how small is small dragon?
Said like a dog.
Yeah, it's the same size as a large dog.
He
Okay.
hands us a map that he has drawn.
Yes,
All right.
and he gives it to you. You can find it in the handouts tab on Discord.
Nice.
I have marked the camp of the orcs and stole the goods I was supposed to deliver to a blacksmith in Ashvale.
Wait.
Orcs.
Orcs, yes.
So, we are traveling towards orc bandits with drakes. Do these drakes have jaws that go?
Yes, they're quite formidable, but the leader of the orc kept them at bay. It was more like frightening display.
Mm.
Interesting.
But I'm the oh god, I'm the only one alive.
How many were you
Goran
traveling with?
Ironforge, the smith back in Ashvale, mentioned bandits and drakes. These orcs, they are the bandits.
Yes.
Ilos, are orcs another name for bandit?
Not really. No. You can be bandit whether you are orc or any other race, really.
Then what is an orc?
Orc is a race. Like, I'm a human and Dio's a tiefling. So,
Oh, I thought Dio was human too.
no,
Oh,
he's
no.
just
We covered this
Uh,
before. This sheen, this polish is not just a surface level thing.
no human can get like him.
Too hot, baby. Too hot.
Ah, you. You're something.
I'm still unsure of all of this. You all look the same to me.
Thank you.
But what is
Or
an
not.
orc? Can you describe an orc to me?
Are you asking Alos or?
Ilos, yes.
Yeah.
I've only heard of them from before, but from what I've heard, they are a bit bigger than me usually, like most, and they have green skin, kind of like like swampy looking green skin.
When we were at to get the flowers, wasn't the guy who like showed up from like a long time ago, wasn't he an orc?
Character, yes. He is an orc.
Oh, so you have seen an orc, but it like what they look like
Oh, yeah,
approximately.
yeah.
Oh, that was a human with a large face.
Yes, that was an orc.
I see.
We learn something new every day.
He also had tusks.
Yes.
I believe the older ones have, like, the older the orcs are, the bigger the kind of tusks get.
Yes. The leader of the group, he had quite large tusks, and he had one of the drakes in a leash. So I think it was his
Oh.
personal pet.
Did they only have the one that you could see?
I only saw one, yes. But the area is known to be home of these creatures. So I've been told.
What more can you tell us about orcs and drakes?
I don't know. I'm a simple merchant. I was tasked to deliver some goods, and I didn't anticipate on being ambushed along the way. But I would recommend you to take caution, even though you look like a capable group. These orcs are relentless.
Well,
So
Thank you for the warning.
If you plan on traveling to Ashvale, you will at least need this. And I hand him my water skin.
thank you, my good sir. Whatever you are, thank you.
That was very kind of you, Vassith.
It's a long trek.
Don't worry, boss. If you get thirsty, I'll share mine.
There's ale in yours.
Mead, but yeah.
I have water. And also, there are probably lots of rivers with running water, so we're probably going to be able to find some. So,
Yes.
but yeah, the way back to the city should be clear. Like, we didn't meet anyone. We heard the wolf during the night, but if you go now, like it's early in the morning, you should be able to reach back to the city. Hopefully not too long. Relatively.
Thank you. I hope there will be little dangers on the road.
You can have the rest of the eggs if you want, by the way.
Oh yes, please.
I'll leave it here for you.
Hopefully, I will see you again in Ashvale.
Catch you later, buddy.
Guaranteed.
Any?
Wait, did you tell us your name?
I beg your pardon. My name is Tobian. Tobian Greer.
Thank you.
Greer.
And once again, he gives you a long, deep bow and scoops up the eggs and takes the water skin over his shoulders and starts heading towards Ashvale.
Well, I put on my blowgun.
You love.
So, guys, it seems like these guys might be quite ferocious. Should we have a little battle strategy before we go in there?
Yes. How do you kill orcs and drakes?
With something sharp
War magic.
or magic, or even something blunt if you're powerful enough. I mean, there are many ways to kill an orc, I'm sure.
Always aim for the head, usually. Right?
But do we want to go straight in and say, "Hey, give us the blacksmith stuff," or do we want to go the Josephine way and skulk around the sides to get around?
See
Here's
now,
the thing, right? Sorry, you go?
See now, I think the best approach is always to take them by surprise. And I mean, except for Vassith, you know, they kind of have the size on us. And in my experience, if you, well, take them by surprise quick enough, the size doesn't really matter.
All right.
The problem is, he said that he got ambushed, right? So even if we had a map, are we gonna be able to, like, do it at all? Or will they catch us, take us prisoner, and then... or kill us? Like, hard to tell.
Because, I mean, they're definitely are going to be scouts that are overlooking the whole entire place, and they know their way around there, probably more than we do. So I mean, I think the best plan is to derail from the main road and keep out of where the usual people would go, and try to spot down and take down the scouts first so they can't report, and take it from there.
Does that mean we need to split up because they might be on both sides?
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. We can do that, or we can do the fun thing, which is, you know, get caught and break out.
Doesn't
Or-
really sound fun.
Or not. Maybe mostly not. Although I do like your in-the-face approach.
Have you
Maybe.
Have you guys never been taken by anyone before?
I
I'd say I have
usually
no.
get away with most things.
No prison,
Or-
no cells.
I mean, I've been dragged back home after like fleeing into the woods, but that's it.
So I'm the only one with experience of actually breaking out of being imprisoned.
What
or
is
being
a prison?
taken. Sorry?
What is a prison?
Well,
A
because
big
I've
cage.
It's a cage.
yeah,
A really big cage, yeah. Well, relatively big. And you're inside of the cage.
What would that do?
well, it keeps you from doing bad things, is what they claim, but in reality, they're just trying to cage your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to jail when you do something bad, like steal something that doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
It's more effective cutting off one's hand.
Well, I'd be handless then.
Mm.
Anyways, I think that there is one way to go about it. There's also, you know, go and improvise. Which is,
Yeah.
you know, a specialty of mine. I'm sure Dio can agree.
I will fully join that plan, sister.
And and so I mean there are many ways to approach this. I am down to do whatever. I will still have Roy with me.
We can also send one of the bulky guys up through the middle to draw the attention and then have the rest come from the sides.
That is true.
Because we have a couple of sneaky people, don't we?
I mean, we are. I can be quite light on my foot.
I mean, I like to blend into the shadows, obviously, but there is. I mean, there could be a commotion. You're right.
You're talking about
Decent,
setting a
but
bait.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty decent sneaky, but I feel like I'm too pretty for people like not to notice me.
Oh.
No offense.
Yeah, you know, Saoirse, I think, you know, if anyone, it should be you and Vassith that keeps, you know, the orcs coming, and then
Oh,
and then
well,
we,
No.
the three other of us, can sneak around.
well, I'm good at I'm good at keeping people alive. So I can do that if Vassith don't run too far away from me.
I don't understand. If you're putting up a bait, shouldn't the bait look weak?
No,
Oh, yikes! No,
that
here's
is
the thing.
definitely me.
I feel like Vassith, would you say that you are better at near combat or far away combat? How do you like to hunt your prey?
Like you said, improvise. I am proficient in both ranged and close combat.
Okay, well, my thought was that if you and Saoirse go together and cause somewhat
I
of
can
a
yell.
commotion,
I can yell for help.
something like that, you would be perfectly fine defending yourself and And Saoirse would also be able to defend herself, as we saw earlier with that vermin guy.
A few times, not too much, but I can do it a few times.
I don't know
Quite
what the
good at
hell that
yelling.
was, but that's nothing I've ever seen before.
Yes, I'm not sure I'm completely comfortable with this plan.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean, should we do a vote? Should we do a group vote? A vote on the 3 options we have? Or should we just truck on and see what happens?
And improvise.
Yeah.
I can walk alongside Saoirse, but in that case, you will have to keep your hands where I can see them.
I mean, yeah, I don't have pockets, so that works out.
Vassith, I have a question, because Saoirse's been keeping, guard basically every single night since we started traveling together. Is it that you don't trust her, or is it what's the issue here?
But I am wary of the magic she wields.
Oh,
It's okay. No hard feelings. I get it.
I am too.
Magic can be scary.
You made a creature rot.
Yeah, and he was already ugly. So I just helped him a little bit along with the process.
It goes against my teachings to use such magic for destructive powers, which is why I am wary.
Okay, what if I promise not to use that directly around you for the next 12 hours?
I don't trust that you don't use it. I'm just wary of the consequences you have on nature by using such magics.
I
Isn't
get
your
that.
magic given to you by... God, I can't even believe that I'm saying this out loud. By some divine... Or is it, like, what?
My magic is divine. She helps people and she punishes the bad people.
Well,
For example, did you know what the myth is, how she was came to life? It's that a little boy and his village was moving, walking along in the woods. Then they were like, "You're too fucking slow," so they left him. And then he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die, someone please help me." And then she poof existed, helped him, and then the entire village got lost instead. And I'm pretty sure they all died, but I don't know, it's all a myth. So Hydra, wake up.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you speaking about gods. Anyways, what do we do?
I don't know, I'm not for anything. I can be bait though. I don't really mind. I have a lot of healing, so even if they I feel like I should be pretty good.
I can be bait too, but I'm afraid I will scare away our hunters.
Well, I mean, as long as they outrun the goods, then that's fine. We just need to bring the goods back.
I mean, I can be prey too. I'm pretty small and people usually think I'm an easy target, but then, they meet my knives into their faces and they realize that I can actually defend myself. But I'm also very good at sneaking, so I think that there's a... yeah, I don't know what we should do, really.
You maybe should have asked him for a little bit more information before you sent him on his way.
We realize that now. Thank you for pointing out our stupidity.
Thank you, Matt. Always a
We're like,
pleasure.
yeah, thanks, bye bye. Have some eggs, goodbye.
Yeah.
We're
In
just
our
excited
defense,
to be back.
we are new at this.
Yeah.
They're brand new. We're trying to make a plan, but you know what? I'm voting fuck it. Let's just go and we'll figure it out as we go. Isn't that what monster hunters do? Isn't that
All
what
right.
the point of being an adventurer is?
Yeah.
Yes. A tavern that me and I was at, there was a man that said every plan is doomed to fail, so don't have one.
Everybody's
Every plan is doomed to fail, so don't have one.
okay. Fuck it.
Words to live by. Team fuck it, raise a hand. The team fuck it has.
The team
Let's
fuck it
go!
has spoken.
I'm still
And
eating
once
my
again,
eggs.
Saoirse sitting there, but what's happening?
Every fucking time.
All right.
I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say. Just if we're gonna walk as a group, put me in the middle. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
going to stay. Like I'm gonna walk a little further back.
But the plan is to stay on the main road, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, can we do like
We're
a
all
front
days now.
group and then skulk
A back
behind?
group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do what you want. You just need to tell me.
Yeah. So if I will join Josephine in trying to stay behind and hide, or stay
All right.
hidden.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
when
will walk pretty far in the front along.
okay, so I'm seeing this as Alos up front, Saoirse in the middle, and Vassith tagging along behind on that group, and tailing behind is Dio and Josephine.
Yes.
All right. And you walk into the main road. If you look at the handout I just gave you, you are coming in from the north on the road there. And pretty soon you can see that the terrain is shifting a little bit. It's more mountainous, and they're starting to become either high mountains raging up the side of the road, or a steep decline. So the more or less the only place to travel is on the road. And as you walk into this impasse, you are aware of why it's called Scorched Tail Hollow, because it's quite narrow and the vegetation there is scarce, if there are anything at all. You can see some lakes dotted here and there, but none of the lakes are exceptionally big. And as you walk along, I need Alos to give me a perception check.
Not 20.
Not 20.
Damn.
And
Nice
just
roll.
0, so it's a 20.
All right. About
Let's go.
there's not much vision in this winding road you're heading on, but as soon as you come around the corner and you can spot that area, you see up on a hill, you see a group of orcs are huddled together behind some bushes, and they're quite clearly trying to camouflage themselves, and are ready to pounce on the road.
I kind of like just stop.
There are
That's
4
more.
of them.
Just like suddenly stop, and I'm gonna like turn to the rest and like, there are 4 orcs hiding in that bush over there, up on that hill. What do we do?
And we hear him.
Yes.
I immediately start climbing to
Or-
intercept them from, go
Right.
around.
Flank them
Yeah.
in a sense. Yeah.
How far away did you say they were?
50 feet.
50?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Um.
wanna also flank them, but like stealthy. Like I wanna, cause I've been like kind of keeping in the back, and so I wanna sneak up behind them.
All right.
Is there any hope of climbing stealthily also, or is there nothing to hide behind?
We will come to that in a minute. I need to know what Dio is doing.
Dio is going to say, Josephine, deploy Roy, and we'll give Bardic Inspiration to Josephine and stay a little bit behind.
All right.
That is fucking good.
Then I need a stealth check from both Vassith and Josephine.
That's a 24.
Okay.
17 for me.
Deploy Roy.
You both manage to stealthily approach the orcs. I assume that the rest of the party more or less has stopped in their tracks, and you are not visible to the orcs yet. Josephine, Vassith, you are about 20 feet away now, but in the rear of the orcs.
As in, like, we can see them as well.
Yes.
Alright.
If you... Yes, I shouldn't suggest anything, but what would you like to do?
Is it my impression that I could give a hand signal to Ilos to say that we are in position?
Yes, but how would that look like?
It would look like something like doing some sort of finger signing, like the lizard folk hunters used to communicate. Hopefully it catches the meaning that something like.
Okay, Alos, roll me a d20, just straight, no modifiers.
It's no official sign language, but
That's a 6.
Okay, Vassith is just waving at you. So, yes. And you see that Alos does something back with the hand motion. So you assume that he got the message.
Then I wait for. Then I would like to, ready myself to spring on them.
Meanwhile, while they were sneaking up, probably would have readied my longbow. And not drawn it completely, but just at the ready.
Yeah, I would... Before you go, Josephine, Saoirse, Alos, Dio, I would assume that you're out of sight, but you can be in sight or in range, which is 50 meters within a second. So that's just to give you an idea where I are placing you.
I have something that's 60. Is that like allowed or no?
60?
Mm-hmm.
60 feet range.
That's in range.
Or yeah, but I'm just wondering because you said it was very does it not work or does it work?
It does
Because
work.
it's straight line. Okay, perfect.
Josephine, what would you like to do?
I want to ready Roy, like, silently float with an arrow, and I want to ready an action until either one of the people in the other group has like approached, and I'm aiming at like the head of one of the orcs.
All right. Do Vassith or Josephine speak Orcish?
No.
All right. So, as you are standing behind them and readying yourself, you can hear some mumbling amongst the orcs, which is not easy to understand. but they sound kind of impatient. They have not noticed you.
Well, I'm sort of readying myself for if one of them is starting to pull a weapon or aiming at Ilos, or the gang down in the valley starts doing something for the orcs to react. I'm waiting for that moment to spring into action, and I want to, get close. Yeah.
I understand. Josephine?
Amateurs. Pff, I'm gonna fire that fucking arrow in the orc's face.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll for an attack.
After waiting for like a hot minute, Josephine has no patience, so she's just gonna fire it, and hope that they're surprised. Let's see. I just have to go back on the here. That's a 19.
That's a hit.
Oi. That's a 6 plus 4. That's a 10.
Is that with stick damage?
No, it's not. That's just the regular. Hold on. That's a 3. So plus 3 is 13.
So how would you describe this?
So she's been like, silently like this is actually kind of impressive to watch because without making a sound, she's been loading up the bow and she aims very carefully and she holds it very steady for like a hot minute, waiting for something to happen. And when nothing happens, even after the whole like waving shenanigans, she shoots an arrow and it hits like one of the orcs like straight in the face.
Yeah, and the arrow just pierces through and comes out. Ooh. Not all the way, but comes out on the back of his head. So one is dead. The other 3 turns around, looks quite surprised at you.
And gets a lizard folk in the face.
Yeah, so you can roll attack if you're springing on them now.
Yeah, there's a steep decline just behind the bush that they were standing behind.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Then I would like to simply run up and plant my legs in him and try and push him off with a shove.
All right.
So that's my athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics, I guess, and that's a 19.
Oh, I didn't see the dice. That's an 8.
Yeah, so he's pushed 5 feet, hopefully over the edge there.
Yeah. So he's gonna take that much damage. Well, quite simply, he falls to his death. And the 2 remaining orcs are just looking at you with wide eyes. Like, What happened?
As a bonus action,
all right,
I would like to use my Hungry Jaws ability and bite the third one in the face.
Okay.
That's a +5 to hit, so that's a 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. Ooh. Nice. Then that is 6 on the die. That's 9 pierce slashing damage actually.
Okay, so you bite him.
Yeah. You want me to read out the skill for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. You try to bite him in the face, but he deflects, and you get him in the chest.
All right.
But either way, it's quite a grievous wound.
And I gain 2 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Enjoy that.
Nice.
Well, now the orcs are looking at you with even wider eyes. And the undamaged orc, he takes up a horn
Oh,
and he blows it in it.
fuck.
Do I have time to do something before he blows it? Because I see he picks something up.
Yes.
Okay, great. I point at him. And his mind is filled with the fear of death. The wisdom saving throw.
How
Hey,
much
Mr. Wise Orc.
can we get from this?
This one is not too much.
That's a fail.
Okay, it's a 14, so it's under that, and it's a fail. That would be. Okay. This one is not as much, guys. Just saying.
We're waiting for that 17.
Oh, he was undamaged, right?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. He takes 6 damage, so not too much. But he is, yeah, he can hear like clock bells, like for a funeral, like ring around his head. And he's like ding ding, and he takes a little bit of damage.
He looks quite dazed, and he also starts getting wide-eyed. And with a even greater haste, he takes his horn and he blows it. And the second orc, which is harmed, will now try to hit Vassith. And that's 15.
No, my AC is 16.
Right, so he barely scratches you with his great axe.
Heels are hard.
Yes. So, would you, as he swings at you and the other one blows his horn, they make the appearance that they are trying to retreat. They don't want to fight you. They can see that this is a losing fight, so...
Oh, in my mind, they just called for backup, so this fight isn't over for Vassith's sake.
I'll give you each of you one more action if you would like, and you can stay passive.
I just would like to shoot the one who's blowing in the horn.
All right.
Ah, 9 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Josephine, would you like to do something?
Of course, I would like to shoot one of them in the face again.
All right.
But I
Which
have a
one
question.
are you aiming at?
The one with the horn, asshole.
All right. Yeah.
Am I standing like since we we climbed and snuck around them? Are we standing on a higher, or am I standing on a higher point than them, or is it like?
No, the mountain starts to go up a little bit behind you.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not an even ground, but it's you don't have elevation.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'll shoot it at the one with the horn and try and shoot it in the face again.
All right. Roll for an attack.
That's a nat 20.
Yes!
So that's
All right.
now.
Happy DM.
Is it the full damage?
Yeah.
Or,
No,
yeah?
you double your damage die.
Okay. Yep.
So if you roll a d6, you just double it.
I roll 2. Oh,
Yes.
God. 10.
10 damage.
Yeah.
So as you loosen your arrow on the string, it flies through the air, and you hit him a little bit in his hand and into the throat. And the sound he makes from blowing the horn just dies out, and he falls to the ground.
Damn.
I feel kind of bad.
Don't.
That's it.
Yeah, I'd like to grab the last one in a grapple.
Right, so that's strength on strength.
I think it's athletics versus athletics or acrobatics, the defender's choice.
All right.
It's a 12.
And that's a 12, so let's do it again.
All right. Oh, that's better. 16.
I got a 6.
All right. So it's in. So I have him grappled,
Yes.
and I can move him at half my speed. I want to, drag him towards the edge, stretch the arms out, and simply ask him, "Do you speak common?" I drop him.
All right. All right. So you drop him. All right. And he kind of falls down just like a rag doll, and he's not moving.
Yeah. And then I will probably bend over nonchalantly, picking up the horn that one of the orcs blew in,
All right.
and then wave at us.
Aw.
All right. So the orcs.
I come running to the ones on the hill.
The orcs are defeated. What would you like to do?
What was that, guys? That was great!
That was, I mean, yeah, sure. That was fun.
I tried interrogating one, but he didn't speak our language.
Oh,
Good job, Vassith.
yeah, I can see that. That horn you're holding onto there. Let me just and Dio is going to just stretch over and press digitation the blood off it.
All right.
Oh,
and then
sorry,
step back.
that's my mistake. I'm sorry for the mess.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of. Yeah, I'm gonna stand over here.
Josephine is actually gonna, pick up her arrows again. So she's gonna take the arrows that are in the face of the orcs and just like pluck them out and then kind of like clean them off and put them back in their satchel.
All right. So while you're doing this, you can hear some commotion coming to the side, up on the hill.
I tried to hide it.
Right? Give me a stealth check.
15.
All right. That's good enough.
Good enough.
Coming over the hill, you can see 3 normal orcs wielding great axes. But you can also see a quite larger orc with big tusks and a quite muscled up body, wearing half plate, and he has a great axe slung over his shoulder, and in the other hand he holds a leash, and you can see quite. It's the size of a large dog, but it has red scales and small, non-functioning wings on its back, and elongated snout with big, sharp teeth and a sharp tongue like a snake. It has piercing red eyes. And the leader, you presume, looks at you. Especially you, Vassith. Did you do this?
Yes.
You slayed my soldiers. Why?
They were planning to ambush us. So we ambushed them.
Sound logic. Well, it's been a long time since I had a fight. I'll
we
guess.
can make that even longer. I mean,
Do you pay me for my soldiers?
oh no, you might take your ugly green face and your massive with a Halloween costume on and just head on back. Just give us the crates and we'll head on back. We don't need to fight.
What
I
crates?
whisper to Dio and Drake. And give us the Drake.
And also, don't give us the Drake. Saoirse, what on earth are you talking about? I'm not
I'm
taking
not
that
here.
monstrosity to camp.
I'm
I
not
don't-
here.
I'm not sleeping anywhere near that.
You would like to meet Saoirse?
I would prefer not to.
He starts leaning forward and unhinges the
Motherfucker.
collar around the Drake's neck.
Listen, I'm hiding behind a rock. I'm not saying anything.
What are these crates you're talking about?
Well, we know that you have it. Don't try to be coy with us, Mister. We know that you have the goods. We heard from a relatively reliable and hungry source that you have the goods that we are out to retrieve.
It's
You mean the dwarf in Ashvale? He didn't look that hungry.
No, I was thinking about the dude who took the rest of the dry eggs. The great egg. Saoirse's not here. The eggs, the horrible eggs.
Was he a reliable source?
Well, he doesn't. Vassith, we will talk about this later.
You
but don't-
have something we want. Now, do we have to fight you for it? Or shall we go in peace?
I didn't like puppy. Puppy.
And I would suggest you take a look at your so-called soldiers before you make a decision.
Boom.
I spit
You
out
raise-
of the fork.
He raises his quite large axe in one hand without any trouble at all, and he points it at you, Josephine. I would like to fight. But why don't we make this interesting? Let's solve it like the old days. Have you heard of the Grondak ritual?
No, I have not.
You're
Or have I?
Have any of us heard
Have
of it?
I?
no. Your
Grondak
best
sounds-
fighter against me.
Grondak sounds like a word in my language, which means death.
It's not to the death. It's just a matter of showing off your skill. And while he says that, he flings his axe over his shoulders again. shoulder. Your best fighter against me. And if you win, which I highly doubt, I can see if I can help you finding those crates. I have several soldiers in the area. But if you lose, well, you owe me for my soldiers.
Agree to disagree. I say. I whispered to Dio.
Saoirse.
Yes.
What say you?
Excuse me, give me one moment, and I'm gonna turn to the people, and I'm gonna go.
That was a horrible idea. We can't. No, we are outnumbering them. Just fuck them up. Deploy Roy. Do anything.
I mean, we are more.
Can I like barely peek out from behind the rock, and I want an insight check to see how strong this man is? Relatively, as much as I can see with like a peek.
All right. Give me an insight check.
23.
Okay. Before I answer, in what regard are you looking at him? Are you trying to size him up in a 1v1 or his group against your group?
I think I'm looking at just him because the other ones look normal-ish. So I'm like just him, so that would be like a 1v1 basically.
You would be surprised if any of you can beat him.
Nice.
He looks formidable. He's a towering orc covered in scar that crimson his green skin. There's particularly a vicious one running from his brown down to his cheek in his face, and his armor is pieced together from scavenged metal. And his great axe has definitely seen some wear and tear, but it's razor sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, large target fall harder.
I'm getting impatient. What do you want?
Would you fight me in unarmed combat?
Yes.
Then I accept your challenge.
Jesus Christ, Vassith, hold on, hold on.
As soon as you says that, he raises his great axe.
Vassith, if you die, I will fix you, don't worry.
He raises his great axe and points it at you, and he flings it to the ground. And he starts ripping off his armor. And he gets almost completely naked. And you can see that the muscle in his body tenses. And he starts circling you.
Yeah, I hand my staff over to Ilos and my blowgun over to Josephine. And I crouch down like a predator. Getting
All right.
ready.
Roll for initiative.
You got
Alright.
this, Vassith!
Holy shit.
Can I give him
All
like
of us?
blessed or something? Or is this not allowed?
You don't know. You don't know the rules of this ritual.
Holy shit. So all of us are gonna roll.
Well,
Sorry,
my
what are
initiative
we
was
rolling?
10.
All right.
No,
so
it's only Vassith, right? That's
Yeah.
rolling?
only Vassith, yes.
I'm still
So
hiding
as
behind the rock.
as soon as you crouch down, he pounces at you, and he first he will try to hit you in the face with a fist, but he misses. And then he'll
Right.
try to also kick you, which is 23.
That's a hit.
So unarmed. Is that a D4 or D6?
Unless he's proficient in unarmed fighting, it's strength damage.
All right, so then you take 4 damage.
All right.
And it's your turn.
Well, I will try and kick his feet out from under him with a shove action to knock him prone.
Right?
With a 19 athletics check versus his athletics or acrobatics. Oh, that failed.
Yeah.
So that means I'm gonna action surge
Mm-hmm.
and then grapple.
All right.
Well, beat my 24, please.
I don't.
So at least he's grappled. And think that'll be it for now. That's my turn.
Right. So he will, of course, try to break your grapple.
Yeah, he can choose to try and force out with the strength or wriggle his way out with an acrobatics.
It's strength, and that's an 18.
Yeah, versus my 18 also.
Reroll?
Yeah. That's a 19.
5.
Stays in my grip then.
Yeah.
Alright, my turn?
Yeah.
So, my fighting style is unarmed fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So at the start of each of my turns, I can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to one creature grappled by me. So at the start of the turn, he takes 4 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then I will try to shove him to the ground again
All right.
with a 18.
He's on the ground, prone.
Alright. So I'm sort of, wriggling him down, putting my arm on his throat and, doing all the things that fighters do when they grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will use my bonus action and bite him
All right.
with my Hungry Jaws ability. Oh, that's an 11 to hit.
Well, he doesn't have any armor at this point, so that's a miss, actually.
Figured as much. That's my turn.
He gets up.
He can't get up. His speed is 0. He's grappled and prone.
Oh, so okay. So that's then 22 to get out of your grapple.
23.
Yes. Legend.
What? This is crazy.
All right, then it's
Go
your
at
turn
it.
again.
Go at it.
He can use his bonus action still though.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
All right. So I raise both my hands and cup my fist like this and just whack on him. And I don't know. He takes the 1d4 bludgeoning damage first, which is 1. And then I try to hit him
All right.
with a 14 plus 5, so it's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
And since I'm not carrying any weapons and have both hands free, my unarmed damage is a 1d8.
Ooh.
Which totals into a 9 damage bludgeoning.
All right.
And he is still grappled.
Yeah. As soon as it's his turn, he looks at you and have you no honor. Let me fight you.
We
And he
are
tries
fighting.
tries to break out with a 13.
15.
How much?
15.
All right.
Whew.
Oh, then
My
it's
turn.
your turn again.
All right. He takes the 4 bludgeoning damage. And then I'm gonna smack him again. Ooh, with a 21 to hit.
That's it.
And he takes 10 bludgeoning damage when I wail on him again.
Right. He doesn't look that hurt yet.
Noted.
But it's his turn again. If you can grapple me one more round, I'll give you the goods. That's an 8.
That's a 15.
All right. So, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to figure out if he meant like this round or if I'm gonna punch him again and then he tries to break free and then it's over. I'm gonna try and read this in my mind. I think I think I'm just gonna stand up and hold up my hand to help him up.
He reaches for it and he stands up and looks at you. I have never met a coward fight like that, but you fight good. I'll honor my word. You can have the goods. But if I ever see you again, it won't be an unarmed battle.
It's a
And
deal.
he gives a signal to the orcs.
We want the ore that was supposed to go to Ashvale.
He gives you a nod. Meet me here at noon. It's still quite early in the day.
Fair enough.
How hurt does he look? Just
No.
asking.
No.
Is he bleeding or something?
No, he is not that hurt.
Okay.
Probably a few, black spots from the bludgeoning, but
Yeah.
he's not
How
bleeding.
does Vassith look? Do you look good? How do you feel?
I am
I don't speak anything, I look at you, right?
virtually untouched as far as you can see. But
I
I'm
think
breathing. I'm breathing heavily though.
Did the orcs go away?
Yeah.
As they do, I'm kind of like just running and like jumping, touching Vassith's shoulder, like, what, dude? What was that? I knew you could do it.
As I said, bigger targets fall harder, and they struggle getting up.
Does the Drake follow?
Yeah.
Oh, he did struggle getting
I
up. That was
wanted to
well
feed
fought.
it eggs.
He was strong.
Damn it. I almost
mean-
start crying.
It was sort of a blessing that he gave up when he did. I'm not sure how many more rounds how much longer I could keep him down. He was putting up a fierce fight. It's almost like he wanted it.
Right, you looked like you were in full control to me, so, I mean, well played.
Well, it's hard for me to read your faces. Maybe it's hard for you to read mine.
Perhaps. You kind of look the same most of the time.
Not here. Well, what would you like to do?
What time
Well,
is
you-
it now?
Should we just sit around here and wait, or what shall we do?
It's about 9-10 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, big guy, are you hungry after all that?
Yes.
Maybe we should like make a fire and grab something to eat.
Do we have
I can
anything
help.
fresh?
Sure. I mean,
I can go look
we
for
could go
something.
hunting.
I would like that.
I go off hunting.
I'll
Right.
join.
I'll sit at the camp. I'll be sad and wish the drake came back so I could feed it my dry eggs.
Just for funs and giggles. Give me a D20, Josephine.
That's a 3.
All right. You successfully hunt a couple of rabbits, but you don't see anything other than that.
All right.
And we're quite near the camp was like by a river and some lakes. We
Yeah.
do have water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
Alright.
great!
Ooh.
This will make a wonderful stew.
is it running water? Like, does it look relatively clear?
Yes, it does. It's quite drinkable.
What temperature is it?
It's about 10 degrees.
All right.
I'll get in. I'll
Uh,
take a swim.
Yeah, Dio is going to reluctantly take most of his clothes off and jump into this stream and get all the mud and dirt off him.
All right.
Finally! Oof! Oh, goodness.
I'm just sitting down at the fire and tending to it.
All right. Dio bathes. Saoirse, do you also take a bath?
Oh yeah, I swim. No problem.
I can't with that comment.
What?
Dio, the first character of Daniels that actually bathes.
All right.
I played with this man too much. He never fucking bathes.
All right. Some time passes, and the orcs are coming back, but this time they have the crates with them.
How many crates are there?
It's 2 crates. You could carry them,
Perfect.
and the leader is not among the orcs, so they just come up to you, plump it down, and leaves.
I wanna check inside before they leave. Inside the crates.
Yes,
or are they like shut closed? Like you can't open it without a crowbar.
no, they're open, and there's the ore inside, so
Okay.
it's what you came for.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, you better run.
Oh god. How far from where we are right now are we to, say, like Fellspire? Because it would be
Okay.
past the thing, and then like.
Well, to get to Fellspire, it would be a couple of weeks journey.
Okay. All right.
Here's my question. This is like the main road, right? So you have to go here to go to Fellspire. Correct?
And it's one of the roads.
Okay, so it's not like we're closed off.
No,
Because
it's
they're gonna keep ambushing people, I'm guessing. So
it's a road that's well known among the traders to be a shortcut, but it's a dangerous shortcut.
okay.
Josephine, while the other people have been like doing other stuff, she's been writing a letter. She like keeps on writing the letter. And a part of her is like just like sitting to herself, kind of like with the hood on again, and just like visually like deep in thought.
I sit next to you. I try to look what she's doing.
Okay, give me a perception.
A dirty 20.
What are you writing, Josephine?
She is writing a letter to an old friend who is still in Fellspire.
The feeling, I don't know, like, is it a sad letter or a happy letter, or like what emotion? Like, if I'm just skimming through, are there bad words or good words?
It's it's very hard to figure out because she keeps writing a sentence and then crossing out words, like she can't figure out the right thing to write.
Mm-hmm.
So like a bunch of like words are like crossed out and changed out with others.
Hey, Josephine.
Oh God, what? Hi.
Hi. I've been here the whole time. You know, I'm quite good at writing love letters. I just throw that out because I don't know what she's writing, right? So I'm like, maybe she just isn't like experienced.
Sorry?
Yeah,
I beg your pardon?
Just in case, I'm just willing. If just in case you need some help, let me know.
Writing a love letter.
Yes, or a letter of passing, but we haven't died yet, so I doubt that's what you're writing.
You know what?
You know I'm a priest, right?
Okay, Saoirse. And she kind of like makes Saoirse like lower her voice a bit.
Okay, sorry.
If I were to write a letter of passing, how would you go on doing that?
Oh, you say, dearly, whatever their name is, I am sad to inform you of person who's dead.
Okay.
Death. It was an unfortunate thing. I don't know anything like about her passing, so it's kind of like hard to say, but like it was an unfortunate accident. They died doing what they loved. They were a hero till the very end, you know?
What would you write if there's an unknown cause of death?
Were they but was it a sudden death?
Yeah.
Like relatively sudden? Okay.
Quite sudden, quite young.
I am so sorry to inform you of person passing's death. It was very unexpected and sudden. Did they suffer? This is a question. Don't write that down.
I don't think they suffered.
Okay, their last moments were peaceful.
Okay.
And I keep like just giving her like small ideas for a little bit.
She keeps writing it down until she's like, how do you sign these kind of letters? Like,
Well, usually I like it depends. Like, am I writing them as a person or am I writing them for the church?
could you sign it like for the church?
I mean, I don't have like my stamp with me, but I can ask if I can borrow one when we're back in the town.
You know what? No problem. How likely is that Josephine has seen one of these stamps before?
Holy.
Like a holy
Yeah.
symbol stamp or something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a stamp, and then also text next to it, which you would write by hand, like from blah 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 blah, and then a bloop. Kind of like a royal stamp, but it's not royal.
It's not known to you. This.
Okay, then I'm going to say no, it doesn't matter, and then I'm gonna sign it. But it's very like, it's definitely not like Josephine's personal signature. And then I fold up the letter quickly, and like I pack it in my bag or something.
I look at her long, but I don't say anything. And then I pat her on the back and I go away.
Oh, thank you.
Because I think you're mourning.
All right, so you have the crates, and you have Vassith has eaten his rabbit stew. Dio and Saoirse has taken a bath, which is apparently not common.
Not for me. It's very common for me.
So would you like to head back to Ashvale, or?
Yeah.
Guess so, yeah.
Is it? Wait, hold on. Can I do an evaluation if it's safer to camp here and then travel in the morning? Because you said we were like going to meet here in the evening, so now it's kind of like a full day has almost passed,
Oh.
right?
At noon.
It's
At
noon, so it's
noon.
middle of the day. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, then it's just to fucking go.
And also camping where the orcs know where we are.
Yeah,
Not
that's a
great.
bad idea.
But
Take it
if you
back.
want to, you can roll an
I take it back.
survival. All right. All right. So you travel back to Ashvale. There's not much happening on the road.
Thank you,
No
Vassith.
sign of the
You're
wolf
so
creature.
strong.
No sign of the wolf creature.
Woo woo!
And you enter the town again, which is bustling as normal. And what would you like to do when you're there?
I'm assuming we're. Dio is not carrying a crate, but someone else is carrying crates. I'm assuming they would like to bring them straight to the forge.
Yeah.
To the blacksmith.
Yeah, you go to the blacksmith and you see him once again standing outside in his smithy and hammering on some iron. And then he sees you approach. He turns to you.
Hi, Jorin!
I see you were successful in retrieving my goods.
Yeah, we got it right here.
All thanks to Vassith over here. He deserves all the credit.
MVP for sure.
Couldn't have made it without him.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll make sure that Master Hunter Waylon hears of your accomplishments.
Perfect.
And I think he would like to see you.
Ooh, interesting. Did you say what for?
No, I'm not privy to guild matters.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll check in with him at some point.
I think we should
So-
do it immediately.
So, gang, what? I mean, we've been traveling all
Time
day.
is it, if I may
I
ask?
think it's important that we try to actually become members of the guild we're trying to become members of.
We're doing it. We're doing like we are surely ahead of schedule. Like we're doing everything so quickly. Are we going? We've got flowers last time. Are we getting chocolates? Maybe a bottle of wine. If you want to go immediately, we'll go immediately. But
Perfect.
I don't see the big rush.
Perfect.
You're in.
Yes.
Hmm?
Did a hungry, reliable source come by your shop?
Yes, I met with a messenger or trader. He was quite glad that he met you on the trail.
You know where
You
he
were
is
right. He
staying?
was a reliable source.
I'm almost right.
Do you know where he is staying? Is he still in town?
I think he's staying at the Drunken Drake for 1 or 2 more days before returning to Fellspire.
Okay, thank you for letting us know. I'll probably pop by to say hi at some point before he leaves.
Yeah, he seems like a nice fellow. I mean, I guess we should say hi to him.
I mean, we gotta go there at some point to get some food anyway, right? So
Yeah, but first let's go to the guild master. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
we.
if it's
Yeah.
not too late in the day, yeah, absolutely, let's do that.
He wanted to see us. We should be ready.
You'd complete our
Josephine,
task by
I'm so
seeing.
proud of you.
All right, so you go to the Ashbourne Unchained Guild Hall,
Yes.
and you find Master Hunter Wayland in the training grounds once again, and as soon as you enter, you can hear swords clinging and people shouting. There is somebody sitting in some stone chairs around the training area, just observing. And as soon as you enter, Master Hunter Wayland looks at you and greets you.
Hey, fucker. What's up? We're back.
Congratulations. I heard from the people in town that you have been of great service to them. And with that, I'm honored to call you a member of the Ashbourne Unchained.
Finally.
Wait, what? Already?
I'm crying.
Whoa! About time!
Hey, you know what, Dio?
What?
That's a reason for celebration.
Yes! And we are drinking and eating and sleeping for free at
And
the
bathing
tavern.
in hot
And-
water.
And bathing! This is going to be one epic night.
So you are more than welcome to, of course, enjoy this moment. You're now the rank of aspirant. Aspirant.
Yeah, I wanted to say something there so quickly, but I decided not to for
Yeah.
your sake.
Yeah. All right. Let's scratch that. Anyway, you're members of the
You can
Ashbourne.
say like a rookie would
Yeah,
be
it's- yeah,
like a
rookie.
bit easier
Yeah.
to pronounce.
I think we're gonna call it rookie from now on. Anyways, you're members of the Ashbourne Unchained, and I, as a master hunter, will be your employer of sorts. Your group should report to me, and I'll give you the quests or hunts, as we call them, that we need you to go on. And with the rank of rookie, you have almost full access to the entire guild hall, not just this plain training grounds. So I would recommend you to familiarize yourself with the surrounding and what you can get here in the Great Hall of the Ashbourne Unchained.
Ooh.
There's much to be learned from these walls. And when you're ready, I already have your first assignment.
Ooh.
Exciting.
But we can deal with that when you're comfortable. It's no rush.
Well,
good.
thank you. Greatly appreciated. While we've been, trying to do all of this good stuff for all the people, we haven't really spent much time in Ashvale itself. Is there, I don't know, anywhere I could get help by sending something?
Well, you can always go to the stables.
All right. Okay.
The horses that the messengers use are stored there, so I would assume that you can get a message to the stable master and he can help you.
Thank you.
Perfect.
All right. Time for celebratory drinks, or do we need to do anything before that?
Well, we can receive our
not
newest quest
sure.
first and then see how hastily that must be done before we consider our next immediate action.
All right, I can tell you about the quest and you can decide from there. We need you to go to the Whispering Ruins, which is an ancient and partially buried structure deep within the grim wood forest. And recently there's been some eerie and unnatural whispers. And there have been some villagers from that area gone missing. There's also a report of declining wildlife in the area. So put it quite simply, we need you to go there and investigate. And if there is a threat, to eliminate it.
Sounds gold, Daddy-O. So no rush then.
How far is this?
It's about a day's travel.
I mean, we are quite late in the day now. It's not safe to travel at night. We could wait to tomorrow and then deal with it.
And if you
The best.
would also like to know about your possibilities within this guild hall, I can tell you a little about the facilities we offer here.
Go ahead.
Yes,
As you can see around us, we of course have a training ground. We also have a main meeting room where you are more than welcome to attend the monthly meetings of the guild, where we discuss both small and big topics regarding the guild. Upstairs you will find the Master Hunter's quarters, and of course the Grandmaster's office and private sleeping area. At the first floor, we have a library and a study. We have sleeping quarters for our members. And in the basement, we have the dungeon and the holding cells. You're more than welcome to have a look around and talk to the different persons which occupy different stations here. Unfortunately, with your rank, you're not welcome in the Grandmaster's office, of course. And the Master Hunter's area is also off limits at this moment.
So no upstairs then?
No upstairs.
Gotcha.
How would we recognize higher ranking members of the Ashborn Unchained?
You will learn their faces. Or you can look at their patch. You know, each member has a patch on normally their cloak, and the color of the cloak will indicate their rank.
Well, that all sounds very intriguing. And exciting, and I can't wait to be a part of this.
You're more than welcome. But please, go to the tavern, have some fun. You earned it.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And we can talk monsters in the morning.
I also would like to spend some time, like, just walking around the different areas in the guild hall.
Do we mind taking a 5-minute break for a little bit?
Yeah, I was planning on it. As soon as this was finished. But we can take the break now.
If it's a good time.
Yes, it's an okay time. Yeah, we'll be back in a short 5-ish minutes time. In the meanwhile, make sure that you are staying well hydrated and you grab some snacks along the way. It's been some fun comments coming through here today, and we look forward to the continuation of the episodes. See you guys very soon.
Nå begynner vi.
Thought we had 36.
Hey, it has begun.
Yes.
We're back!
And you're at the tavern. Getting drunk.
Again! Who could have guessed?
As soon as you enter the door of the Drunken Drake, Martha just looks at you and starts pouring up 5 meads and a bottle of wine. But the wine drinker is looting a crypt today.
I would like some tea, Martha, please. Just drop the mead if you don't mind.
I can take hers.
So, with some whiskey in it, I assume.
On the side. I could, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So, and then a little out of character, as you've seen Josephine so far, she is not hiding under her hood, and she stands up, and she takes, like, once like everyone has gathered their drinks, she takes one and she goes, I want to formally and happily give out a beautiful toast to myself and my fellow members of the Ashborn Unchained. And she
Yay!
goes like,
They're
"Yeah."
There's a couple of people joining in. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Keep it going. So very, very like a new side of her in a way. She kind of just sits down and goes, "Ah, wow, this has been so amazing, guys. I can't. Wow."
Yeah, we did a thing.
We definitely did a thing. We did a few things.
Yeah, a couple of things.
It's been thrilling. It's been amazing.
I mean, did you ever doubt us?
I didn't doubt you. No, not for a second.
What? Does that imply you doubted yourself?
No, I doubted this lifestyle, but I seem to enjoy it rather
Those guys.
a lot, actually.
Yeah, you seem to fit right in. You're
We're
doing what
happy
everyone
to
else
have
is
you.
doing.
Thank you. Well,
Almost.
And
I feel great about being here. So
it really seems that we're making a name for ourselves, and I just would love to be able to be doing this with you guys.
To that point, we were asked last time we were in here if we had a group name. After today, I have a fantastic group name that we could use. It doesn't necessarily speak to our strengths, but it really colors us as menaces, but at the same time, someone not to take lightly. So I would like to formally propose that we call ourselves the Ass Brands.
Dio!
Dio.
I slapped him on the head.
What?
Dio!
Dio, darling. While I love the suggestion with the enthusiasm, no.
Okay.
I don't
I am
understand
a
the meaning behind
lady,
this suggestion.
Dio.
We'll take that later, Vassith.
Derriere Brands?
Well,
What about swapping one of the S's in ass with H, so it's Ash Brands?
That is. Why are you not a songwriter? That is lyricism at its finest. That is fantastic. I will make a bard out of you.
Yes, mate.
But I still
Non-verbs.
don't understand what this word means.
We'll talk about it later. I said.
I think
I'll,
As
now,
you're
I promise I'll explain it to you.
I think now's
as
the
you're
perfect
sitting
time.
there, someone approaches you, and you can feel a quite strong hand on your back, Vassith. And while you turn around and look up, you can see a dragonborn. Well, looks like I was wrong. Welcome to the Ashborn Unchained. Do you have a group name yet?
We are working on it. The current suggestion is Asbrand.
Yeah.
Ash
Oh.
Brands.
I would recommend you to dig deeper.
We're workshopping.
Not in a literal sense, but metaphorically dig deeper.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyways,
We'll think and brainstorm a little bit more.
welcome to the guild. Next round is on me.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you.
Fantastic.
By the way,
Yes.
I have learned that there are different kinds of humans, so that must mean there are different kinds of lizard folk as well. Are you perhaps a sort of lizard folk? Or are you something else?
In a sense, you can say I'm more akin to you than I am of these pesky humans.
Because I learned yesterday that the ugly humans are called orcs.
No.
The ones with the big faces.
I know of the orcs, yes. But I would assume that if you call a human an orc, he will be offended. And if you call a orc a human, they will also be offended. So perhaps keep that information to yourself.
That is perhaps why I offended you then.
Yes, but water under the bridge. You're my brother now.
I give him a nod, and I say to him, "In ash we rise."
In flames we stand.
A tear drips down my face.
I lean over to Ilos. I think I understand how that phrase is supposed to go.
I think you do too, mate.
And he walks away.
Alrighty, guys, we're in.
We're really in.
I mean, I'm not sure how I feel. I'm not sure what I was supposed to feel. Like, it's just exciting all around, but I'm not sure what are we now?
I think the right
We're-
word is monster hunters. But
It's insane.
I mean, here's the thing. We've spent a little bit of time, traveling together, just talking casually, but I don't think we ever got into the subject of why we chose to be here. I mean,
That's a great point.
I mean, I'm sure, like, all of you have different reasons to why you guys want to be monster hunters. Right?
Yeah, that would make sense.
So, why do you want to be monster hunters?
Maybe we can start
What?
with you asking.
Me?
For what?
Yeah, Josephine,
Yeah.
let's start with you. I get defensive.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you took up so much. Like, you already seemed so evolved from when we first met that I maybe figured that this was something you had a big dream about. Maybe.
Actually, when I was young, I wanted to be a. This is so stupid. When I was young, I wanted to be a Pegasus rider.
You can do that?
That is really sweet, Josephine.
The guard in Fellspire are Pegasus riders, and it was always a dream of mine to do that. And so, as a kid does, I started getting into all kinds of stuff, like sword fighting and jumping around, and yeah. And I quickly learned that that's kind of fun. And then when I was, just traveling by myself, I heard whispers of the Ashborn Unchained, a guild of fierce monster hunters, and I mean, the stories sound appealing, so I went.
So with your fighting prowess, you decided to skip out on your dream as a Pegasus rider to become a monster hunter instead.
Well, in short, yes.
Huh?
You should also, I mean, if you want to, you can read more about Pegasus riders if it sounds appealing. They are, it's everywhere.
Yeah, they're
Books.
flying around in my head now, so I'm definitely going to check that out. Sounds amazing.
They're pretty great.
Never mind.
Who's
Just-
next? Josephine, you choose.
Oh, I choose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're passing around a bottle of scotch, and the ones holding it is telling the story.
All right. So I want to know why the Prince of the Fair Isles wants to be a monster hunter.
Well, there has been some heavy or tough situations in the Fair Isles ever since my father left. And I don't know, maybe it's foolish, maybe it's just naive, but I'm hoping that through being a monster hunter, I can one day prove myself worthy of following in my father's footsteps and be a worthy prince, worthy royal of the Fair Isles. Like, we have a pretty strong history and pretty proud people, and I just want to be able to serve my people and be the best ruler that I maybe one day could be. And I got to establish a reputation before I can do that.
I want to
Where they go?
I want to do an investigation check to see if he's lying, because Josephine was lying. So she's gonna check
Yeah.
if everyone else is lying as well.
Yeah. All right.
I rolled a... Hold on. A 12.
With the amount of, or with the sip of the beverage and how much mead he has already taken in, he seems at least very truthful.
All right.
Yeah. And
Just on a note here, just as you did there, for if you're gonna do that for everybody, I'll leave it up to each of you what the DC is, and Josephine just has to roll, so it's no rollies or anything like that, and you determine the answer from her roll. So I won't mingle that, and so you're free to do whatever you want.
Smart.
I want to give this on to the one who seems to have the largest reputation of us already. Dio, here you go.
Hey!
The
Wow.
famous.
He's going to take a large swig and wipe his mouth and sit uncomfortably back in his seat and say, "Well, my parents always said that I would be good at this kind of stuff. That was always projected onto me. So when the time came that I was able to travel here, I figured I might as well give it a try."
I would also like to check if he's lying, because I knew Theo a little bit from many years ago.
18.
There's. I'm gonna.
16.
Okay. Both of you realize that there is very little truth in that.
Nice.
I know, but I don't say anything. I just look at him like, bitch, do you think I'm dumb?
Yeah, Josephine is gonna keep the same look, but keep a mental note of who is lying and who is telling the truth.
You get Josephine, you get a sense that yes, he's lying, but his actions are not masked, but his intention behind the actions are masked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it would be hard for anyone to say why a lizard folk would be here. So I'm gonna let you do it, Vassith.
Well, it's a complicated and long story, but the short of it is I visited Ilos on his isle in their city. And when the guards threatened to kill me for simply showing up at their gates, and Ilos just told everyone who he was, and the situation got into a more manageable sort of pace, I realized that the power behind his name was not to be trifled with, being such a small human. I figure that this power behind this name is a valuable asset. And so, together with Ilos, we figured we go out and get this name for ourselves.
That makes
Which
sense.
is why I am here.
Why we are here.
Yes. It will be an invaluable tool for when I return home.
13.
Oh, you detect no lies.
Okay.
Vassith doesn't know lying. Maybe.
And I pass the bottle to Saoirse.
I don't take a sip, but I put it nicely down at the table. Wait, actually, what was in the bottle?
Scotch.
Whiskey.
Oh, I
Scotch.
I down it until it's empty. And then I put it still nicely down and I'll slam it down. I was like, okay, thank you. I look surprisingly sober. And I say, well, I actually have traveled a great deal with the Ashbourne Unchained before. But I was not a part of their group. So it was simply a deal of following in their footsteps.
17.
You can actually get an advantage here. She's
Oh shit!
Okay.
20, dirty 20.
It's like I am not lying, but I'm definitely not
You're restricting the truth.
fully truthful. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright. I keep a mental note on that as
I
well.
am giving you like a breadcrumb.
Yeah. Right. I mean, this is... It's
Wait.
kind of weird, isn't it? That we're all just from all of these different places, and now we're here together.
And so many different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still
What?
the same.
I mean,
Mm.
doesn't
The same goal.
the Ashbourne Unchained kind of make us one? One and the same?
Well, I was thinking. Since I don't understand the word ash brands or ass brands, we have a word in my language. It means to be bound by fate. It's IOI Harrock. This will be my formal suggestion.
Do you have a shortened down version of it that might roll off the tongue differently?
I Harrock is also a way to pronounce it.
I mean,
I propose the rot. And I pat myself on the shoulder.
the what now, Saoirse?
The rot. Like rotting, you know.
her specialty.
My specialty.
Well, I can just give you a little bit of information here. Normally, there's groupings within the Ashbourne Unchained adventurers, such as yourself. Normally, they have a kind of special foe that they focus on, and the name normally reflects that kind of creature in one way or another.
Well,
But you're
I'm
just-
not sure.
You're just rookies at the moment, but there's something to think about. You should have a name.
I mean,
I'm sure the answer is at the bottom of this glass or the next.
the bottle.
You
And-
didn't
and
see it,
also-
but there's already a new bottle standing on your table.
Oh, perfect. Great.
But also one thing to consider. I mean, since we are becoming one group and we are starting to all fight together, we got a lot of great suggestions now, but I think we should maybe hear everyone's opinion before we decide. And we are missing one today,
Good point.
so
Let us
You might
all
have
write down a few examples, and we can decide later.
I mean, I can come with a suggestion. Well, there has been one enemy that keeps creeping into our minds and lurking during the nights. And so, why not call us, I don't know, the Wolf Sworn?
The wolf sworn? That sounds like we're on a team with the wolf.
I haven't
But
actually
it looks
seen any
sounds
wolves.
really cool.
You must be referring to the Fellstalkers.
Well, they howl like wolves, sound like wolves, and look like weird wolves.
Then maybe Howlsbane will be more fitting.
I like that one.
Pretty good.
There are definitely some good suggestions on the table here. But like Ilo said, might want to hold off until we're a full party again. I'm sure that crypt can't be that big, so Genevieve will be back at some point.
Yeah, GG. It's too sweet for
hopefully-
this world.
Hopefully she
You-
will bring honor from her quest.
Or
Well, she
or
always
riches.
comes out glorious. And with
Nice.
more money.
True.
More money than you ever had.
Hey.
Now, Saoirse.
Hmm?
Genevieve is also human, right?
Genevieve is she is a human.
She is.
Yes, I am not a human, but she is a human.
Oh, you're
Yes.
not.
Well, I am I'm pretty close to a human, but if you see, my ears are quite pointy. I brush away my hair because that's covering my ears. But like otherwise, we look pretty similar. Some of us are like gray, but we all have pointy ears. That's kind of easy tell.
And you call that an elf?
Yeah.
Because Genevieve's lips, they are as red as Dio's skin.
Yes, that is called makeup. I hope.
It's
Or
a lipstick.
blood.
It's a lipstick.
Yeah.
It's a lipstick.
I don't. I've never seen her apply it, but yeah, that's makeup. I can show. I have some. Would you like to try?
Yes.
What you're holding up looks to me like war paint. Is it
Yeah.
similar?
Yes, it is war paint for anyone who wants to wear it. Would you like some?
Yes, I can apply some war paint.
Can I apply it on you?
If you may, if you want.
Okay. Would you like to look like Genevieve, or would you like to look like like
I would like
blend
to look
in
like a
with
strong
the
warrior.
environment? Okay, strong warrior. Got it. Bold lip. But
Snatch
he has like
contour.
Yeah, like snatched contour, but he has like these like kind of like fake blood like drags down his face, and a sharp eyeliner that looks like it could cut you. Oh, and here when you want to wipe it off, just water, right?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
And
Saoirse?
Vassith gives sort of this smile that just, he just bares his teeth a little, like the most awkward sort of attempt for a
Oh.
smile that you can ever imagine.
You look so scary. I love it. Slay!
Hey,
Oh,
Saoirse,
yes.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Were you born into like just a regular city, like a civilization with elves, or a clan, or?
Yeah. I was born. Let me check, cause I actually don't fucking remember what it's called right now. I was born in Alithron.
Mm-hmm.
It was a city like pretty close to the mountains, more like a town, I guess. We were like in
Lightfoot.
between. Yes, we were in between two bigger cities. There were like a lot of elves originally. It was an elf town, but like every race that wants to lives there now. We're usually just like a kind of like a stop in for travelers, though. Mm.
Cool.
That's how I met Dio, actually.
Yeah,
He traveled to my town.
it's
And
a
then we
very
traveled
nice
together.
little town.
Yeah, you had some great music. I didn't have time to listen a lot, but I was in the room.
Great drinks there as well.
Oh, the best. There is something about like wood elf wine that just hits you like a truck.
It's properly aged.
Mhm.
Properly aged.
And very strong.
Fantastic.
Yes. We like usually at the tavern there, we loved serving really strong alcohol, and we made so much money because a lot of people just ending up like having to sleep there, so it didn't matter if you bought a room, like you would end up in one anyway.
Do you like? I mean, I don't know much about elven culture. If you ever have some extra time, I would love to get to know more about the town.
Sure, that'd be really nice. Yeah. If we ever travel by, I'll make sure to let you know. So maybe you have time to stop by and you can try the delicious wine.
Yeah, I'm down.
Where did you come from again, Josephine? It wasn't too far away, right?
No. I come from Felspire originally.
Oh yeah, of course, with the Pegasus Riders.
With the Pegasus Riders. Yes.
Pegasus Riders, yeah.
They are quite magical, actually, in action.
Well, makes sense. Pegasi are magical creatures, so
yeah.
very
It was,
nice.
It was nice, I guess.
Marta comes over and, do you need anything else? A drink? A bath, Dio?
I'm collapsing in a bath after this, but I will have at least 7 more drinks.
And the bath is ready for you whenever you want it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Martha.
Did we order some food?
Of course, I'll bring you some food and more drinks.
How is the kitchen holding up? Has it been great since we left?
Well, I was actually meant to talk to you about this. How should I say this? I'm so grateful for everything you did for me. And I have decided that your reward, especially with the name you're making for yourself now, is too small. You're more than welcome to stay here for as long as you would like. And if you help me from time to time, have all the food you can eat and all the drink you can drink.
Martha,
That's
we would
fantastic.
be delighted. Dio would perform. It would be an honor.
Oh, would you? And she kind of gives a nod to one of her barmaids that kind of starting to set up a stage.
Of course I would, and especially tonight.
Oh, great.
Fair
And
warning, Martha.
she just stands up a little bit and she says in a quite more powerful voice than normal talking, he's performing. And everybody just, what?
He's performing? Jesus Christ, Dio, you got a name for yourself.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I'm just a natural powerhouse.
Kinda quietly, I just like almost whisper, but a little bit louder to Martha. You're gonna regret giving him free drinks and pointing at Dio.
That is actually true.
At this point, if Martha's done with her inquiry,
Yeah.
Dio is going to stand up on his chair, walk up on top of the table, and he's going to look to Saoirse. It's like I'm signaling, I'm not dancing, I'm just moving from one place to another. And
He
he's
has
going
a
to.
stage, Dio.
No, I'm just going over here, and he's pointing at Ilos, and he's going to sit down on the edge of the table in front of Ilos, uncomfortably close, and he's going to say, "Ilos, tell me about your dad. He seems like an interesting character, and you're trying to build a name to match him. I don't know if I've heard of him, so tell me more."
I don't know too much of him actually. He left when I was quite young, but his name is Orwin Vadenwood, same as mine, and all I've heard is tales from traders and adventurers coming into town and casually throwing his name around, and that's kinda what I
wow.
also seek, so that the name is kept going.
That's amazing. So you just heard songs and tales of your father from a young age, but you never actually knew him.
All I know are his stories.
Incredible. That's the power of stories. That is what you will learn when you turn into a bard. And I'm sure you will master this. Dio is incredibly drunk at this point.
Oh my god.
And he's going to pinch her cheek and say, "One day, buddy. One day you will have your own songs. I know this for a fact because I've already started writing them. But I have incredible amounts of faith in you." And he's going to lean close, put his forehead to your forehead, and then abruptly turn, not rise up and leave.
While you're trying to squeeze his cheek, that's at least what you're trying to do, but you're actually fumbling your thumb within his mouth.
Sounds
And
alright.
you headbutt him as you lean forward.
Thanks.
Gonna be great.
Dio, your thumb is wet. Oh no.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Anyway,
what about that performance, Dio? Martha says.
Yep. I'm ready. Jumps up, sits back down after being dizzy for a second, and then gets back up and heads over to the stage.
All right. No roll needed. But you perform a mediocre minus song.
That sounds about
Oh.
right. Yeah, it's a very like impromptu tale of the previous adventure, taking out the orcs. But both from my position in the back and it being a relatively small encounter, it wasn't that exciting to sing about. Most of the important encounter was two guys lying on the ground. So I think the audience, they get the notion that we did something to some orcs, but it doesn't seem that impressive.
No, because you're kind of focused on two men lying on the ground and rolling around, and one of them is almost naked.
I mean, after
Actually.
Yeah.
after putting my thumb in in one mouth and then singing about that, this is turning very yeah. You're
Yeah.
painting me out to be quite the guy.
I sit next to Alos and ask, "Are you okay? Do you feel safe?"
I couldn't feel safer within this
Okay.
group.
Okay, great. Oh my god.
Is that Saoirse?
Yes.
Is that some sort of tiefling charm that I'm not getting?
That is pretty sure alcoholism,
All
but
right.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I haven't
Enough.
listen. I knew him for like barely over a week a few years ago. And plus the journey up here, which was quite long, to be honest. He's a great guy, right? But it doesn't mean he can't make people both very comfortable and very uncomfortable. Never know which way it goes, you know? No midline.
All right.
There's no middle ground.
Yep.
Well, I'm very comfortable at least.
That's great. I love it. That's good. No worries then. Enjoy your
You've been at the tavern for
hmm.
a couple of hours now, and people are starting to call it a night. And Martha has already started to escort Dio out to the bath, since he's just more or less lying on the stage and looking up in the ceiling and playing his flute.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yep.
I am following willingly. The idea of a hot bath right now is so welcome. Dio thinks that getting into that river earlier to wash off was like a necessity, but having like a luxurious bath, that is life right now.
Yeah. All right.
As I will just before we go, I just quickly sit down next to Saoirse and did we do the right thing, letting not fighting all the orcs?
What is right and what is wrong is very complicated.
Well,
I
mean,
do absolutely think we should have done more.
I mean, we spared some lives, but what if they continue taking others?
Yeah, you are right. But I do think we should take it into consideration to keep an eye on them, right? And figure out whether or not, like, are we willing to? I mean, we monster hunters, right? We have to put our lives on the line all the time. I do absolutely think we could have gone in for the kill if we wanted to, but I don't know. Life's not so black and white, but yeah, I do think we
Yeah.
could have done a better job.
Yeah, I really
I am
don't
like
know.
kind of drunk, so I'm like a little slurring, not perfect wording, but I'm getting the message across. I'm hoping.
I also is pretty drunk at this moment, and that's like.
We'll have like our hands like like around each other, like shit.
I don't know.
Oh damn. Yeah.
On the other side of the table, Josephine says, and so there I was, with one knife stuck in the moose's neck. It was like 7 feet tall, and I'm riding on the back of it, and it just keeps on running. And I'm like, when is this moose gonna lay down? And it seemed just too aggressive to take any hits, and I didn't know what to do. What would you do in this situation?
You should have brought a longer blade.
But I don't carry big blades, that's the thing. I could have used an arrow.
Then
Right.
you could always go for its feet to disable its ability to walk.
It's smart. I mean, I was only 17 at the time. I mean, it's pretty new to me to be out in the wildlife, you know.
Also, if you remember, the weasel, when the arrow hit through the spine, it died immediately. If you have only a dagger, you launch it between two parts of the spine and just click, and the spine will fall apart and the creature will die.
Okay, that's efficient. I think. Yeah, that's efficient.
Or you grow teeth like mine.
Do you think I can grow teeth like yours?
Have you ever tried?
Do you think they'd
With-
fit me?
The beautiful red lipstick. Around.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Remember his makeup.
Snatched.
Do you think I could? If I tried?
I don't know.
Well, if there's nothing else in particular you would like to do, I assume you will go to bed.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sleep at the temple, but yes, I will go to bed.
Yeah.
Vassith will probably, when he's shown his room, listen for a little bit, go to where Dio is, take a bucket, dip it in the bath, and pour some water on his bed before he lies down in it.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Makes sense.
Mhm.
We should buy him moisturizer.
Yeah.
Maybe like a face mist.
Dio is spending the night in the bath.
He fell asleep in the bath.
Yeah.
Don't drown, please.
Ay, ay.
Well, I have a few points left before we end the session. So, you wake up the next day. Quite hungover. Well, okay, let's do this. I'll take over for a second here. You sleep for one day, got a hangover, and you spend the next day resting and getting ready for your mission. And you head out. And you travel up to... Let's get our notes here. You travel up to the Grimwood Forest. And you start inspecting the area. You know that the Whispering Ruins are located deep within the forest. And there's no particular trail to follow here. But you have Vassith among yourself, and Josephine has some skill in hunting as well. So that it's not so hard to track down the prey that you're looking for. Jesus. And come across a camp. It's quite a rudimentary camp. You can see there's a tent with scratches on them. And you can see deep claw marks in the trees next to it. And you can see some bones scattered around. And in the distance, about 30 meters behind the tent, you can see 3 wolves laying on the ground. And 1 bear, actually. And as soon as you see this camp, they also see you. And they stand up on 2 legs. And you recognize one of them as the wolf man that you conversed with on your first mission.
That's it!
Yeah. The one wolf is a normal grey wolf. There's a black wolf and a brown wolf. And the bear is also a black bear. All of them are quite muscular and they appear intelligent. And they just stand there.
Which wolf is the one we recognize?
The grey wolf. But
Is
in
there a
the
way? Oh, sorry.
there's more.
Jesus.
But in the tent, you can start hear some fumbling. And a person appears. A half-elf with dark hair. And you can see that he has obviously struggled within the past weeks. He's wearing ragged clothes and he has some blood here and there. And you can hear him growl and kind of just trying to get the sense of an itching feeling off his body. And he starts to look at you. And he looks you directly in the eyes. Saoirse. And you recognize Duncan standing before you. And that's where we're gonna end.
What?
Ooh.
He has
That's
risen,
awesome.
baby girl.
Well, got him!
Oh. I have one question. Is he still sexy?
He's still sexy. And before anything else, regarding our small conversation we had on Discord a couple of days ago, I need to have a private conversation with Saoirse before the next session.
Interesting.
Nice.
Oh my god, my entire face is red. How could you do this to me?
Now I had to
I
wait
love it.
7 whole days.
Ah,
Oh, I love these
I
kinds of
need
turning
this to
points.
be vodka right now. And scotch we drank earlier.
Well, you got this now. I've been planning this for 4 weeks now.
Jesus. Right.
So yay! Finally.
Ow!
Epic.
Yeah.
Great. God, what a wonderful way to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cliffhangers are fun, right?
Cliffhangers
Yeah.
are the best.
Saoirse,
They are
mic drop.
The
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, more will come in the next episode, of course. Duncan is Saoirse's husband.
It's the big guy.
Yeah.
Ah,
Big sexy man.
let's go. Let's go.
Tune in next week to see how Saoirse's choice in men affects the party. Yeah, it's accurate.
Yes.
Oh my god.